How are we, lads? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. My name is Nick from Australia, and welcome to the Sunday football review for round 25 of the 2024 NRL season. Man, where do I begin with today, man? Seriously, it was a weird old day of rugby league. You had the Roosters obviously put an absolute score on the Gold Coast Titans, 48 points to 22. And we saw the Sharks absolutely destroy the Dragons in the local derby, 38 points to 10 in front of a sold-out Wynn Stadium. And if you're a Dragon supporter, you would be really upset and disappointed with that outcome, because we saw only a couple of weeks ago the Dragons were at home against the Bulldogs at Kogarah, and they sold it out, and it looked like a fantastic atmosphere, and the Dragons got pumped in that game as well. So there seems to be a bit of a trend with Dragons and sold-out home games. They just seem to get pumped. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a culture thing. Maybe it's a mental thing. I don't know what it is, but the Sharks absolutely owned them in that game. Now, there were a couple of bad decisions in that game. Obviously, there was a try to Stone Street that was a metre forward. And apologies, guys, my phone's decided to fall off the bench table here, whatever. But just so disappointing from the Dragons, man. I thought they'd be a lot better today, but they were shocking, man. They were shocking. Hello to the live chat. Hello to the live chat. Hello, Jason, Neutralizer, Will, Luke, Lockie. Hello to Todd Mitchell, big Sharks fan. Hello to Jeffrey. Hello to everyone that's here. Hope you are all doing good. What a bizarre day of footy, man. Obviously, it wasn't the greatest quality-wise. A lot of games were very disappointing. But anyway, I had a good day. I enjoyed watching Sunday football, guys. I thought it was somewhat all right. But let's get into it, guys. Something just went in my eye. I think it might have been an eyelash. How annoying. But we'll get into it, man. Let's go, man. Roosters 48, Titans 22. Roosters, very, very clinical. Very clinical. The Roosters will be really disappointed with some of the defense. No doubt about that. But my goodness. Roosters attack. It's the best in the NRL on stats, and it's backed up by their for and against. I thought the Roosters today were great. They were great. Defensively, Dominic Young needs to probably look at himself in the mirror, because that is a slight problem, but it didn't matter. It did not matter at all. Roosters were way too good for the Titans. Titans were competitive for a while, and credit to them, they had a crack. But in the end, the Roosters, they came to play, man. They came to play, and my God, they were on. They were on. So in this game, obviously, Angus Crichton was the first try scorer. Crichton ended up with a hat-trick. Dom Young got one try. Tupou got a double. Sam Walker got one. James Tedesco got one. And Satili Tupanua got one. And for the Titans, Cam Pereira got a hat-trick, and Keanu Kinney got one as well. Pretty impressive, man. The Roosters were very good today. There's not much more you can really say, but the Roosters had a few players out for this game as well. They lost Suoliti to an injury. They had Tupanua going to the centres. They had Brendan Smith ruled out overnight before the game. They had a few problems. They had Zach Docker Clay came in at dummy half and did a job. Roosters had a lot to play for today, man. They were playing for that second spot on the NRL ladder, and the Roosters are now second on the live ladder. So very important from the Roosters to get a win. And they may get a home final week one at Allianz Stadium against the Sharks or the Panthers. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens there. As for the Titans, a couple of individuals for the Titans can keep their head high and say they played really well, but there were some really bad performances in this game. A lot of bad performers. I thought Brian Kelly was absolutely shocking. I thought Jojo Fafita had an absolute stinker of a game. He was terrible. There were quite a few. The ones that were great, though, I thought Keanu Kinney, once again, was outstanding. Cam Pereira was outstanding. Um, you know, both Fermor tried really hard. Everyone else for the Titans were non-existent, and for the Roosters, like a lot of them were good. Tedesco was outstanding. Manu was good. Dom Young defensively wasn't good, but attack-wise very good. Tupou was great. Um, Sam Walker was outstanding. Sam Walker had a great game. The Roosters forwards just went through them, man. Collins, Hargraves, very good. Although Hargraves may be suspended. Another stupid high tackle where he's probably going to get a week or two. Angus Crichton was on another level, man. The best second rower in the NRL at the moment. Angus Crichton was outstanding. Nat Butcher was good. Tili Tupanua, Dr. Clay, they all did their part. And the Roosters were fantastic. But player of the game, you got to give it to Angus Crichton. Angus Crichton was outstanding. He was on another level, man. So Angus Crichton is my player of the game. Roosters, too good for the Titans, 48-22. Roosters will now be second on the ladder, and we'll see how they go going forward. They got Raiders and Rabbitohs to finish off with. So if they can win them last two, they'll end up second, and they'll be getting a home qualifying final and potentially a home prelim or a home semi. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens there. And final game, oh, I didn't enjoy this. This was an absolute stinker, man. Sharks 38, Dragons 10. Probably the most hyped up local derby between the Dragons and Sharks for about 4 or 5 years, I reckon. And the Dragons absolutely disappointed, man. I disappointed. Hello in the live chat to Slurpy Dave, Pubs, Beers and Jokes. I hope you're well, bro. It's been a while, but yes, it was great to see Salford win last night. I stayed up. The game was at 2:30 a.m. I don't think I went to bed till about 4:30 in the morning. I really enjoyed it. Good win for Salford, and I enjoyed watching the game. We had a good win. But back to the Dragons and Sharks. Where do I start with this? Where do I start with the Dragons? Like, my God, that was shocking today. Now, the Dragons, the destiny is literally in their own hands now. Their scenario, simple as this: win against the all the Dragons have to do is win against the Eels and the Raiders, and they're in the finals. It's absolutely simple as that. Win your last two, you're playing finals. You lose next week, the winner of Broncos and Dolphins will overtake the Dragons, I believe. Let me look at this for and against for a moment. Oh, no, it doesn't even friggin' matter because, hang on a minute. Wait a minute. Are the Dragons out of the 8 now? What? Hang on a minute. I thought Dragons... Oh, no, sorry, I got it wrong. Dragons are still in the 8, I believe. Why has the NRL ladder got the Dolphins in the 8? What's going on there? What's going on there? Let me find the correct ladder because it's absolutely all over the place. Okay, NRL on 9 on Instagram. I've got the Dragons are in the 8. My God. Just. Dragons scenario is simple. Win the last two and they're going to play finals. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens there, man. Now, Broncos are alive. Dolphins are alive. Knights are alive. And the Raiders are alive. So Broncos play Dolphins next week. That's going to be very interesting to see how that goes. Loser of that is pretty much gone. Knights have the Titans and the Dolphins. There's still a slight chance the Knights could sneak in the 8 there. Raiders have got a tough draw. They're going to play the Roosters at Allianz next week, and then they play the Dragons at Cogra last round. So big stuff, man. Big stuff ahead. But Dragons still in the 8 based off the live ladder. Don't believe Dolphins are in there. But huge ramifications next weekend. Absolutely huge. But what a win. What a win for the Sharks. The Sharks are going to finish top 4. Unless the Sharks lose to the Warriors, then, I think the top 4 is set. I really do. Bulldogs have got to beat Manly next week. Bulldogs have got to beat Manly, and the Sharks have got to lose to the Warriors for the top 4 to be a chance of changing. But by the looks of it, top 4 is going to stay as it is. It's just the order might change. That's all. The order might change. What a wild weekend it was, the footy, man. But yeah, Sharks over Dragons, 38-10. Too good, really. Jesse Ramian scored the first try, and if you watched my round 25 tipping video on Tuesday night, you would have saw that I tipped Jesse Ramian for first try scorer. So about time I got a first try scorer right. But this game, man, like, obviously there were a couple of bad calls. The Zach Lomax no try. I mean, probably the right call, but tough one. And then obviously there was one where Lomax was denied a try where Ben Hunt made a break. Lomax was on the inside. The ball hit the fucking referee in the head, Ashley Klein. So that was a disgrace. That was an absolute disgrace, to be honest. The Stone Street try in the second half was a metre forward. I mean, we all know that. But it didn't matter. The game was already over. Ramian scored a try. Iro got one. Stone Street got 2. Kennedy got 1. Britton Nakora got 1. And Harodi got 1 at the end. And for the Dragons, Jack Bird and Tuipulotu ended up scoring a meat pie. So good stuff from the Sharks. They played really well. Fair play to them. For the Dragons, though, I thought Jack DeBellin played really good as always. He's just the workhorse, Jack DeBellin. He was great. I thought Toby Couchman off the bench was very solid. Thought he tried really hard. I thought Tuipulotu had some good moments. Zach Lomax had a decent game. As for the Sharks, everyone played well. I mean, Kennedy was great at fullback. Ramian and Iro were outstanding. Trindle, he was quiet, but Atkinson was terrific. Sharks forwards were good, man. Rudolph and Kafusi. I've been very critical of Rudolph and Kafusi last couple of weeks. They were great today. Good to see them play well. Brayley was good at dummy half. Wilton and Nakora were good in the back row. McInnes was terrific. But the Sharks bench, like the impact that the Sharks bench have on this team is absolutely incredible. Royce Hunt off the bench, 77 meters. Then you got Hamlin Uweli for 79 meters. Jack Williams for 87 meters. So impact there. Like you're getting about and plus Hazelton at 61 meters. You're getting about 200 meters worth of impact off the bench. So Sharks bench, probably one of the best in the competition, to be honest. Very underrated. But good win for the Sharks. Good win for the Sharks. And they looking like they're going to finish in the top 4. So good stuff from them. Player of the game for me, I think Jesse Ramian was outstanding today. So I'm going to give Jesse Ramian player of the game. But Kayla Iro probably a close second for me. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching the Sunday Football Review. I hope you guys enjoyed the review. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Also, a massive shout out to TBC Live for sponsoring the live stream. If you guys haven't checked out TBC Live, make sure you do. It's a great way for you to interact and predict the outcome of NRL games as they're live. Your favorite content creators, such as myself, are on there. So make sure you guys download TBC Live today on your mobile phone. And yeah, get around TBC Live, guys. But that's it, guys. Thanks for watching the review. See you guys tomorrow for another live stream of some sort. Anyway, take care, everyone, and see you tomorrow.